Alright, so yes, I'm sitting in my bathroom because it's nighttime and I need the light. So here we are. I feel like you can probably tell by the date right now that things have not gone according to plan. So basically I had to go home for the last few days and I had a lot of stuff going on, and it's safe to say I got no writing done whatsoever. So that's great. Good job, Bryn. You're like 5 days behind. But I did get home yesterday, Sunday night. I ate dinner, I went straight to Barnes & Noble, and I wrote 1,600 words. 50,000 words by the end of the month is looking like it's not gonna happen, but I feel like that was also kind of not totally the point. I mean, I know like that's the point of NaNoWriMo as a whole. For me right now, because I've gotten kind of so off track, and because I think the whole point of doing this in the first place is to make writing a habit and to make it something that you just instinctively do. But I think the reality is just that you can't always get writing in every day. Like there's just not always going to be enough time, and that's okay. I think that's okay anyway. I don't feel like I failed. I don't feel like I need to just stop now because I didn't do it right. I think for me, moving on from here, I'm going to try to stay on track, but my main goal is just to try and write every day. So ideally I would like to get 1,600 words in, but I also kind of want to find my sweet spot, like what's a good target for me to hit every single day. So for me, for doing this for almost 2 weeks now, I can already tell that 1,600 words a day is a lot for me. I'm gonna test doing like 1,000 words a day, I think, for the rest of the week, just to see if that's an easier habit for me. I feel like it will be. I feel like 1,000 words a day, maybe like 800 to 1,000 words a day will be a good target for me, and that's what I'm gonna try from now on. And I consider this a success. I don't know if you will watching this, maybe to you it's not, but to me, like, rather than finishing a book in a month, I would much rather just get into the habit of writing every day, and I feel like for me that's what this is about. And if I can learn about my process and like what works for me, that's like a win. If that ends up being 500 words a day, like cool, that's better than 0, right? So that's kind of where I am mentally right now. I know I haven't vlogged in a while, and this week is going to be short because it's already Monday. So right now I'm going to wash my face because it looks terrible. You can tell I'm stressed because I'm just breaking out everywhere. Right here I have a cup of tea in a mug that says, "But first coffee." This is how my life is going. It's a giant contradiction of things that make no sense. That's where I'm gonna leave you today, looking like this. Hopefully tomorrow we're on a better track and I don't look as scary. I'm gonna go sleep and I'll meet you here tomorrow. So, apologies for my current appearance. This week I have sucked in terms of vlogging this, so I'm actually gonna try and keep going a couple more days, just because I think I've only vlogged once for this week. I think what I'm figuring out is that I have a really hard time writing every day. I know that's kind of like the challenge. I've been sucking at it so far. I did well the first week, and then I just like completely fell off track, and I've had a really hard time getting back on track. I just feel like I've had so much going on lately, and I just like cannot get in the right frame of mind. Not to mention, I've been feeling like crap the last couple of days. Like I just haven't been feeling my best. Had low energy, my stomach's just been off. Obviously I've been breaking out, so I don't know if I'm getting sick or if I'm just having like tons of stress symptoms. I don't know. I'm not giving up. This is not me giving up. This is just me saying that doing this every single day might not be working out for me. So if any of you have any tips for me on how to jump back in once you've kind of just fallen out, please let me know. I would love to know your tips because I haven't figured it out yet. One thing I am going to try, I have a notebook here, and I'm going to attempt to handwrite some writing today. It sounds crazy because I know it takes a lot longer and you probably won't get as high of a word count because your hand might just cramp up, but I feel like it'll be easier for me, one, to like not edit as I go and not think so hard about it, hopefully. My cat found headphones. And also just when I'm writing things in general, whether it be like a blog post or a video or anything for work or whatever, it always helps me to handwrite it first, just to like get my thoughts out there, and then I put it on like a Word document. So I'm wondering if this will help in like fiction writing as well. I'm not gonna make you look at the state of my face any longer, and I am just gonna say I will talk to you very soon. Hey guys, so it's currently it's Thursday. I talked to you just last night about writing in a notebook for the first time this month, and I liked parts of it and I didn't like parts of it. One thing I really liked about it is that it kept me from constantly checking my word count. If I'm typing, I'm gonna try not to check my word count because I think that slows me down and it makes me less creative because I'm more about like hitting a word count than I am just writing for a while. So I just transcribed what I wrote down onto the computer, and I ended up writing about 1,000 words yesterday. It was about 2 pages front and back of a regular notebook, and that was about 1,000 words. And that felt good to me. Like, that just felt like a good amount of time. I think it took me maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. And I think I'm going to stick my word count at 1,000 words a day instead of like 1,700. So right now I'm at 12,776. And it's the 16th day of NaNoWriMo, so technically I should be at 26,666. So one thing that's really surprised me in the past couple of weeks is that I really expected to need to get into like a routine. Like, I figured I would have to sit down at this exact desk every day with the same exact music playing at the same exact time with the same exact cup of tea or whatever, and that would be the only way I'd be able to write. And while I think that might be better for like really getting into a habit, I feel like it also kind of stifles creativity a little bit, because me in general, like, I'm just such a routine person, so the idea of really getting into a routine resonates with me. But when I do that, I find it harder to write. Like, I just don't write near as well. I'm not as inspired by things. I don't come up with as many interesting ideas. And I'm just finding that like switching it up, going to Barnes & Noble every so often, like I said, writing in a notebook. Sometimes I'll write in bed, sometimes I'll write on my laptop, sometimes I'll write on this computer. And I find just like switching it up makes me write better and makes the words come so much easier. So I feel like that might be a better tactic for me, which is not what I expected coming into this. From like a writing perspective, I enjoy it so much more when I switch things up because I enjoy the writing that I'm writing. What am I saying? I don't know. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now on week 2. And I feel like this is a good place to end this week. I know I've only filmed like a couple of days and I apologize for that, but I do still feel like I learned a lot and I had good things to share from this week, even though I kind of stalled. I'm gonna try to do better next week. I'm gonna try and figure out what works in terms of habit. And if you have any advice for me or have figured out what works for you, let me know in the comments. I love to hear about it. So yeah, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit different, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and I will see you very soon with another video. Bye guys!